Alright, hello for the big epic wrap-up. So this is two hands at the Honey Hill. What do I start with? Okay, maybe I'll just go day by day. Day one, absolutely the best day. From not really much stuff other than coins on day one. Got that hard lock, got this little peg thing, got this little knife and a dog tag from 76. Funny thing, I think the person who lost this one, actually the person who lost this one must have gotten another one and lost it a little bit later, because they look the same shape. Yeah, the second one I got on day two. So really what is interesting about that place, it's probably about, I would say, 3,000 square feet total, and on the napkin here there are the better older coins, and that just clad and modern pennies. So as you can see, there's quite more of a good stuff. Well, I found that, well, that's not, found this really special Canadian penny, the only one made of plastic. That was on the surface. It's cool money. Anyway, I'll put this away. It's not really good find. This is interesting. This looks like a penny. It's pretty much the penny size. There we go. But it's extremely corroded, and it's corroded differently than modern pennies. Almost look like some older coin made out of steel that corroded. Interesting. If anybody has any ideas, let me know. So the great finds from the first day, actually that was the second hand, but the first day of on my wrap-up. First hand is when I got to the Honey Hill for the first time, and that was about 2 hours. And so the silvers, I got this 1919 George V. Not the greatest shape, but it's alive now. And I got 5 pennies. 1908 is the oldest George V penny. Pretty used up too. 1917, slightly better shape, but not the greatest. 1932, that was on a sneak preview. That one is in a best shape, except for the back part, but that's cleanable. It's in good shape, just was next to the asphalt pathway, and I guess that's what got him. And a couple of modern pennies, modern silvers, more modern silvers. 1953 Elizabeth, and 1957 Elizabeth. So 1/4 and 6 dime, 4 of them older. What else? This, my first Chinese coin, another first on this hunt. It's a Kwangtung 1 cash from 1890 to 1908. It's really may not focus very well. There it is. And the other side. It was fun finding out what it is, but it's not worth much. There were 1.3 billion or so produced, so it was a pretty common coin, but nevertheless is the oldest coin here. I got the large penny from 1918. The other side's pretty bad. I'm gonna use my bacon shake method or bacon scrape method to clean that up. A couple older small pennies, George V pennies, not in an awesome shape. (1921) and 1932. 32 slightly better shape, at least on one side. Okay, I was digging for something else and I found this deep marble, real marble, and tons of Wheats and George VI pennies. So a couple of the Wheats are older, 1919 and 1924. Got 47, 44D, they're not in the chronological order. 46, 50 and 53D. So total of 7 Wheaties from day one, and quite a bit of George the Sixth pennies. Nothing pre-war. I'm not gonna go through all the dates. 41, I believe, is the earliest one. 1940 is the earliest one. Right here. How many we got here? 6, 8, 10, 14 of them, and a few 60s pennies. We got a little bit of clad, 10 cents on the way to the park. So day two, I dug a little bit more because I knew the site is good, so, and a lot of the coppers were pretty shallow. Well, let's start with the non-coin finds. This little tractor. This, I'm not sure what that is, but to me it looks like a copper, maybe a little gun from a toy. If please correct me if I'm wrong. This little valve, copper. So I got one on day one and I got another one on day two. Those were accidental, as I was either cleaning around my target or digging for the target. Okay, this what appears to be a belt buckle. I thought it's missing the colors, but I think there were maybe different color stones or glass or whatever in it, or maybe it was just like that. Appears a little bit older. Two, well, 1.5 bullets. Looks like 22. This little thing looks kind of weird. It has a ball with protrusions. I think I found one like that before. Okay, this I thought it was a marble at first, but it's a copper ball ending. There's a screw inside. This I think is a copper penny that was put on tracks, rail tracks. Probably pretty old penny, almost like it has the maple leaf still there and some letters on the outside. So other things that I found, these pulls, drawer pulls, sounded good. This, I'm not sure what that is, appears to be heavy and probably lead. This is lead. Bunch of obligatory keys. This I have no idea. Tip of a shoe. Toy from a toy. I don't know. Square nail. And the good stuff. Oh, and I got a hockey puck on the surface. And the good stuff. So I got three. Let's get this in focus. 3 large pennies, 1908, 19, and 20. Not as good on silver on day 2. It took me a while to find that 62. I think I got all those pennies before. And then I got, shortly after, I got this sterling silver small kid, but look appears to be vintage. 1950 George nickel. There was a spill here of relatively modern coins, and a whole bunch of Wheaties, and I got some early ones. It's 1917S, 1920, 1925, 1937, 40s, couple 46s, and a bunch of Ds, 51 through 53, and another 15 Georges. Actually, I got one from pre-war 1938, and a bunch of more modern pennies, but 50s, 60s pennies, which I separate. So overall, really nice find. So like I said, the place was about 3,000 square feet, and I got these on my first 2 hours there. The second hand where I got these silvers was about 4 hours, so that was very prolific hand. And the last hand was about 5 hours, so lots of good stuff. You know, in comparison, I dug these pennies out when I was out with Digging Canada, and I only found 1 silver dime, and here the modern pennies were almost equal in numbers to older pennies. So thanks for watching. Have a good day. Thanks. Bye.